everybody, and welcome back to Cozy Cards and Crystals. My name is Joanna, and today it's finally time for another Mineral Monday. And today's topic is intuition and our connection to our higher self, which are both important factors or tools that we need when we read our cards. And so that is the thing that is tying in the crystals and minerals with my tarot and oracle practice or tarot and oracle readings. So if you're new to this series, there are already two parts out there. So if you haven't seen the first two videos, feel free to watch them. I will also have a link in the video description down below to that playlist so you can easily click on that and find those videos. And this series is all about my second passion, or my first passion actually, which are crystals and minerals. And so it's my passion besides tarot and oracle, and I love to combine these two and use them together. And in these first episodes of the Mineral Monday, it's all about how you can use your crystals and minerals and combine them or integrate them in your tarot and oracle practice. So without further ado, let's start with the crystals I have on display right here. And as you can see, we have three different chunks right here. So this column basically is about um, intuition and our third eye chakra. This one is more about our connection to our higher self. And so it's more about the crown chakra. And this one in the middle is basically the connection point between a third eye and crown chakra. So these are crystals that work with both chakras and connect them together. Because when we talk about intuition and connection to our higher self, it's all about our third eye and crown chakras. The third eye being, we can see the third eye often depicted in the High Priestess card, sometimes even in the Hierophant card, um, and sometimes in the Cup suit as well, with the Queen of Cups, for example. So it's all about our clear vision and our ability to tap into our subconscious, into our gut feeling, and to tap into our inner knowledge and also see things clearly. And sometimes we're not really able to see things clearly as they are. We're not trusting ourselves enough. We're not trusting our feeling that we have inside of us that already tells us how it is or what the result will be if we do X, Y, and Z. Because our mind, our logical reasoning behind maybe doesn't know every detail, or it doesn't make sense when we see things in a logical, realistic side, and it tells us that we don't know all the facts that we need to be able to make that assumption, and so we can't know it. And other times, our third eye, our intuition, is overlooked or suppressed or overwritten by maybe fears or emotions or overthinking, overanalyzing, or even influences from outside, from other people's point of view or logical thinking. And so sometimes it can be hard to see these things clearly. And so to strengthen that third eye chakra and that trust in our intuition, these crystals are really good. And then when we talk about the crown chakra and the connection to our higher self, as I like to call it, you can also see it as like the connection to the universe, to the powerful, all-encompassing energy that is all around us. These crystals are really good for that. And so this is also about that connection to that energy that is all around us, that connects us all and to our higher self in a way, so that we are able to see where we are, where we're standing in the world right at this moment, where we are in our lives right at this moment, and where we are guided towards, or where our actions will lead us. What is our purpose and our way forward in our life? And getting that wisdom and tapping into that wisdom of this energy. And both of these things are really nice and helpful when you read cards, to get clear messages and to be sure about the messages that you are getting and to make sense of it all. All right, enough rambling. So let's talk about the third eye crystals right here. And the first one that I want to talk about is Azurite. So this is a third eye crystal that I really love. I love this super intense, deep, dark blue, and it's sparkle basically, and it's completely natural in that color. And what I really love about this is that it reminds me of a beautiful night sky with the glittering shiny stars, and it's basically like that. It's like it strengthens your third eye and it gives you clarity to, in order to be able to see things clearly and to see things the way they are. It gives you that orientation. Like you can imagine it being like a night sky with the stars. You're only able to see the stars and the beauty of the stars when the night sky is clear, when there are no clouds. And so Azurite does that, metaphorically speaking. It gets rid of the clouds and all of the confusion and chaos, and it clears up the sky so that you can see the stars and what's actually there. Um, so it helps you to unpack, to see behind the curtain, basically, and to unpack things that are hidden or that you're not able to see yet, or not willing to see, maybe because you have an emotional attachment, because you are afraid, because you are anxious, because there's a lot that is bothering and that is going on in your mind. And so it gets rid of that clutter and of that confusing, chaotic energy, and it helps you to focus and to see the things that are buried underneath all of this mental energy and that over analyzing and all of these thoughts and happenings that don't help you really at that moment to get a solution or to get an answer. And then we have Lapislazuli, just call it Lapis. This is also really good third eye chakra crystal. But where this is a little bit different than Azurite is, it brings a protection with it as well. And so it's more like a shield that shields you off from outside influences, from the things that might influence you and might lead you away or disconnect you from your intuition and your gut feeling. Could be opinions of others, things that you might think is expected from you by others. And so it shields that off so that you can see or hear the voice of your intuition, of your inner voice, more clearly. Because oftentimes other voices are so loud that you can't hear your inner voice anymore. And so this helps with that. And it also strengthens the belief in yourself and your abilities. Because we have these golden inclusions that are in lapis are actually pyrite. And the color gold and pyrite is a solar plexus crystal or mineral. And so you also have that sense of solar plexus being all about yourself, your confidence, and showing yourself. And so we have that strengthened as well, which is really good because oftentimes doubt creeps in because we don't trust ourselves enough. Then let's talk about these guys here in the middle. These are bridging crown and third eye chakra. And so if you have one of these, basically you're completely good because you have two chakras in one crystal. And so first off, we have Tansanite. And Tansanite can be pretty expensive because it is a one location gemstone. Actually, it only comes from one place and one mine in the world, which is in Tanzania. And it is also really well loved in the gem industry, so actually for jewelry making. But you can get some lower quality where the color isn't as intense, like you can see here, and the clarity isn't really there. This is a really milky piece, but it's still Tansanite. And if you only want it for the metaphysical properties and work with it in your spiritual practice, then the quality of the crystal is pretty much not relevant. And so it is manageable if you get a lower quality of Tanzanite. And Tanzanite is this blue to purple crystal. I can't decide if I want to call it more it is a purple crystal or it is a blue crystal. For me, it's basically directly in between the two. It's not really blue, it's not really purple, it's a mixture of both. And so we have the mix of third eye chakra, which is this intense dark blue to indigo, and the crown chakra, which is the purple. And therefore it connects both of the chakras and works with both of the chakras at the same time. Same thing is Iolite. This is also color spectrum wise really similar to Tanzanite. It is a mixture of blue and purple. This is a little bit easier and more affordable to get than Tanzanite, and also a little bit more bigger pieces. And it is metaphysically speaking a good alternative for Tanzanite. If you can't get a Tansanite that is affordable, then go to Iolite. It really strengthens your third eye. It really helps you to connect to your gut feeling, to your intuition, and it also gives you that guidance that you know what the right path is, what is for you, what is meant for you, um, and that you, yeah, believe in your passions, interests, hobbies, and in your choices, and in the things that you really want to do. The same as Tanzanite. And so it really blends out these outside influences or the mind that is always doubting your intuition. And then we have the all-rounder Amethyst, of course. First of all, it's a really beginner-friendly crystal because it is easy to get. You can basically get it everywhere where crystals are offered. It's pretty affordable to get. You can get it in all different shapes and sizes. And second of all, it is really good for pretty much anything. Like, it is super protective, and it also helps you to protect yourself from falseness. It's a really good crystal to protect you from false people, from trickstery people that only think about themselves and maybe will do anything to manipulate you, to make you do what they want and need in order to accomplish their goals. And maybe without you even noticing that. So it protects you from those influences, but it also protects you from false beliefs that you have yourself in your brain. Like beliefs like I'm not good enough, I can't do that, or that situation isn't good for me, or it's too risky, which are oftentimes stemming from past experiences, and were useful for us at that time but aren't anymore. And so it helps you with that to free yourself from these false beliefs. And now let's go to the crown chakra section. We are starting again with a pretty expensive rare crystal or mineral. This is Sugilite. It basically is like these are small pieces, and they are also small because they're getting really, really expensive super fast. So, but these smaller pieces, if you are lucky, you can get some smaller pieces. And these are really, really strong. Like there may be the tiniest and smallest pieces here on the table, but they have the most powerful energy from all of these, in my opinion. Like the connection to your higher self can't be stronger than with these ones. So if you are ever able to get one for an affordable, manageable price, get one. It's really pretty much your higher self speaking when you have these on your table. There's no other influence at all. And if you struggle to connect to your higher self or to that bigger, all encompassing energy, these are the things to go. They're really strong and really intense. Sometimes even too intense. So if you're already really flighty and struggle with grounding or staying in the present moment, then maybe these are too intense for you. So maybe you need either pair these with a grounding crystal to get the balance, or choose a little bit of more of a gentler energy, which for example is Creedite, especially the purple to pink Creedite. As you can see right here, this is also a crystal that is not offered everywhere, so you might have to search a little bit more. But if you can get these, especially these smaller ones, they're pretty much still manageable. And they have a super gentle energy. So if Sugilite is too much for you, if you need a little bit of a gentler, calming energy, Creedite is the one to go. It is really a comforting crystal. So if you get overwhelmed by the connection to your higher self or by the energies that are connected to you or come into your energy field when you are connecting to the universe, then this one might be a good deal or a good choice because it comforts you in that energetic space where everything pretty much is full of energy and energy flows to you and through you. So it makes you feel a little bit more safe and calm and not so high buzzy, so to speak, which is really good. But at the same time, it still encourages that energy flow and that connection. And the last one, which is probably the easiest one to find and get, is Apophyllite. This is an Apophyllite crystal. You often see these more like in a cluster on chalcedony matrix with a stilbite on them as well. And this one is like aha moments and enlightenment moments, like instantly when you hold it. It can be pretty intense as well. I mean, it's like basically like this in an energetic way. This is the physical way, like light reflecting and almost blinding you. In an energetic way, it can feel like this as well. It's like in your brain, all of a sudden, it's like, aha, there it is. That is the information that I wanted to get. This message makes sense. I now know where I want to go, where I need to go, where I need to be, what this situation is all about. So it's like this. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming as well because it's from 0 to 100 in like 1 second, so to speak. These connections and energies and messages come in like out of nowhere, but it's really helpful. And it's a little bit more gentler than Sugilite is, in my opinion. So these are the crystals for intuition and the connection to your higher self that you can use. As I said, put one of these crystals on your reading space while you're doing a reading, where then also meditating with those before you're doing the reading, or just holding them in your hand while you're tapping into that reading space. Or if you have any other crystals that you use for intuition and higher self connection that you work with in terms of third eye and crown chakra, or any other methods that you use to crystals when you're reading, please let me know down in the comments. We are all here to learn from each other, and so it's really cool to have an engagement from you guys as well. Also, if you have any other questions about the crystals that I have shown you right here, feel free to ask me. I'm really happy to share my experiences and my knowledge that I have um, accomplished over the years of studying and using those and collecting those. And thank you for watching. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, so that I know what you guys are like to see or are liking to see and watch. Subscribe if you're new here or if you haven't already, so that you don't miss any of the new videos coming up. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time that you chose to spend with me here on my channel. Until next time, you guys. Bye.